I'm in Vegas right now, and I've been here for the past 2 months, but now I'm so excited because I'm going back to North Carolina. I've got my car all packed up. I'm up really early in the morning. It's 5 a.m. here in Vegas right now, and I'm gonna get to drive into the sunrise. I'm going up to I-90. It is the 28th of April now, and I'm gonna be back in North Carolina on May 9th. So I've got a whole week and a half of driving. Yay! Also, so many things have changed about my car. I mean, I have a full-size spare tire now. Also, I have like things to put up in the windows when I sleep now, so that it's kind of like dark and cozy and nice. So I've changed a lot of things, and I still have like too much stuff with me, I think. I'm going up north. I've never been up northwest.
So here we are playing some catch up again to show you what I did in April and May of this year. This was my 4th trip driving all the way across the country, and I decided to go way out of my way before going back to North Carolina to go see some northwestern states that I'd never been to. So I'm going to show you on this map the convoluted route that I ended up taking. So I started out in Las Vegas, right? I ended up taking 93 in Nevada all the way up north through Ely, Nevada, all the way to Twin Falls, Idaho. Then from Twin Falls, I popped over to Boise. After spending a few days in Boise, as you will see, I went through Oregon and kind of on the border between Washington and Idaho to get up to I-90, which was originally my plan, to take I-90 from one side of the country to the other. And that is exactly what I did, except for not, because I decided to go up to Glacier National Park. I had always wanted to see Glacier. Then I drove back down in Montana to Billings. After driving into Billings, I went all the way down through Wyoming to get to South Dakota, Rapid City. And I took I-90 all the way still from Rapid City to Sioux Falls, and then I started actually making my way south. So I took the interstate that goes on the border of Nebraska and Idaho all the way to Kansas City, then from Kansas City to St. Louis down to Nashville, and from Nashville it's pretty much a straight shot back to Raleigh. A pretty convoluted route, I know, but that's just kind of how my brain thinks when I want to go different places and I plan out a random route. So that's what you're going to see in the rest of this video, all of the places that I saw and stopped along the way.
I found this Bureau of Land Management campsite randomly driving on northbound on 93 in Nevada. I was planning on staying for the night, but I want to go and hit the road even more today. Okay, so this is what the cooler looks like right now. Wow. I got my condiments, and I kind of have to just like be discerning about which things need to stay the coldest and put them closer down. Gas can. We gotta refill gas at the moment. Perfect. This is gonna take like 5 minutes. So many dead bugs. All right, let's walk over to the restrooms and then I'm gonna go.
Look at the snow on the peaks of the mountains. It was May, right? Or actually, it was the very end of April. And I was just still so surprised to see so much snow still left around the mountains as I was driving. Driving north on the Highway 93 through Nevada is one of the most beautiful drives. Everything is so vast and you can see for tens of miles ahead of you. It's just incredible. Look at how the sunlight is hitting everything. I was just so in awe for the whole 2 days that I was driving on this highway. The snow, the mountains, the road, you can, like, everything. You can see everything. Wow.
So first night back on the road, I'm at a rest stop in Nevada, a little bit like further north than Eli. The sun just set a little bit ago, so I'm gonna go straight to sleep and hopefully I'll wake up when the sun rises.
I did not wake up when the sun rose the next morning. I slept in. But here's me driving around midday, and as you can see, the streets look very empty as before. But if you thought that there was no one else on the road, you would be wrong, because there was a cop. There was a cop going north on 93, and I was going 80 in a 70. And even though there was no one else around on the roads for the entire day that I was driving, I did get pulled over and I got a ticket. This was my first speeding ticket I've ever gotten in my entire life, and it was for rural speeding, and I had to pay a fine online for $70. So I actually kind of got off really easy on that, but I was a little disappointed. I thought it would have been very impossible for a cop to like pull you over on a road that's so remote feeling. But I kept chugging along just like this train that I decided to stop and film. And I made it all the way to Boise, where I decided to stay for a few days.
It's May 1st. I'm in Boise, Idaho. I've been here for the past 3 days, getting work done on my car, charging all of my devices, charging all of my charging devices, getting all of my water filled up. I've been doing all the things I need to get ready. I'm headed up to Montana because I've been in Boise for 3 days now, and Boise is very nice. I like it a lot. It feels like December out here, like North Carolina winter. That's what it feels like. I was just recently in and around Las Vegas, Nevada, which means that it was hot, super, super hot for the past week. And now I have again warped my sense of time by going to a completely different place in the world. I was shocked when I tell you how cold it is. And it's May 1st. It like smells like winter to me. So I'm gonna drive up to I-90. I'm driving tonight until the sun goes down, which is really like now, which is like 8:30. So then tomorrow I'll just spend all my day driving until I get to Glacier National Park, which has been my dream to see for over 2 years now. So very excited. Okay, I'm gonna drive because it's gonna get dark. Bye. It's the morning. My sun cover is the same color as the sky, or the sky is the same color as my sun cover. So it's kind of overcast, which I didn't expect. So used to living in the desert. Anyways, it's morning. It's like 10:30 a.m. Oh, my watch. My watch is still on Pacific time. I'm in Mountain time, but I'm going to drive back into Pacific time today. So welcome back to It's May 2nd, and I have to be back in North Carolina by May 9th. Who knows if I'm going to get there in time. It's Wednesday. I love Wednesdays. I didn't expect it to be overcast, like I said. I'm still excited to get driving. My car was pretty cozy, even though I didn't sleep. I just gotta put all this stuff back in the back. Isn't that so cool? And I also have my big light up here. There we go. Earlier when I was recording, I said it was Wednesday, but it's actually Thursday, and I'm glad that I figured that out because I was like, wow, cool, I've got a whole extra day. I don't have a whole extra day, but it feels like a road trip day. The weather outside just feels like it.
The rest stop that I just showed you was in Oregon, and then I drove through some suburbs as I went up towards Glacier, Montana. It's funny to me how suburbs and small towns across America, though very different in location, can feel very, very similar at the same time. It's very comforting to me. It makes like the whole of America feel like home.
I'm only an hour into my drive, even though it's been 3 hours because I had to stop because I got really nauseous. I think I ate something bad for breakfast, and I was so viciously nauseous for the past 2 hours just sleeping or like dozing, trying to sleep it off. But now I'm about to get on the road again. Finally. I was having such a good time too until I started feeling I was gonna throw up. This is incredibly cool.
I made it to a very northern, very green part of Idaho with rolling hills, and the day cleared up a little bit. All this beautiful footage of like rivers on the side of the road, I pulled over and had to kind of force myself to get out into the very brisk, cold air to kind of film some of that stuff. And I'm glad I did, because this footage is just unbelievable to me looking back at it now. I actually crossed over into Washington for just a little bit because I wanted to go to an overlook that I had heard about. That's actually where I took this panorama that is on the background of my channel. To top off this day, I drove into the most freaking beautiful sunset. It was amazing. The very next morning, I made it into Glacier National Park.
I just saw a gopher. I just got to the visitor center of Glacier National Park and I saw a gopher. I can't show you because I didn't film it, but I got some maps and info, I guess. I'm gonna look through it and see where I want to go. I have like 3 different trails that I think I want to go on, but for reasons of me always thinking I can do a little bit more than I can, I want to look through these trails and see which ones I can do. Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, I saw the Parks Canada thing on here and I was like, I'm not in Canada, but I am close to Canada. Waterton Lakes National Park is like the equivalent of, I guess, like what, and when it continues up northwards, what this is then called. Ooh, we got our bear guide. Are there black bears here too? A fed bear is a dead bear. Oh, no, that's not good though. Always stay at least 100 yards from bears or wolves and at least 25 yards from all other park wildlife. Look at this. Look how beautiful it is. It's so bright. I hope I get to see this in real life. Look, I didn't know there were things called golden eagles. Clark's Nutcracker. I knew there were grizzly bears. Oh, maybe it was the ground squirrel. That's what I saw. The Columbian ground squirrel. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do. All right.
Wow, that was a lot of packing for nothing. Expecting to go on a big long hike, but as it turns out, in the beginning of May, in Glacier National Park, a lot of trails are still closed, so I drove from one side of the park to the other, hoping to find somewhere to hike that day, seeing very beautiful sights along the way, of course.
Part of the road that I wanted to use in Glacier is closed, so I'm gonna try to go from the other end. I don't know if that will work. I should have stopped and asked, but I didn't. So now I'm back on the 2, and it's gonna take a while till I get to any hiking trail, but I'm determined to hike today.
I did not get to hike that day. like at all. I just kept driving around and running into roadblocks. And eventually I decided it was just time to head all the way back east toward North Carolina. But for the rest of this video, I want to show you all of the amazing footage of the clear water, the beautiful snowy capped mountains, and winding roads around Glacier, Montana. The rest of my trip back to Raleigh will be seen in the next video, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.